Hey guys, what's up? Back with another VOD review. It's VOD Review Sunday, and we are gonna do the last Endgames from Twitchcon. I did the qualifiers last weekend. But yeah, let's hop right into it. We've got ourselves a doozy. So, this is game one. Game one was tough, man. Game one was tough. We had an endgame. Let me actually lower the volume real quick. Real quick. We had an endgame on the, I call it the ravine by Tilted around this area, and that's really tough for a lot of people who get stuck in the ravine. I just drew a vagina, it's all good. And yeah, first thing automatically right away I'm noticing like a really good play from Cloak, like the ravine endings. Let's talk about the ravine endings because that's like kind of what I opened on. I can't get to my notes. All right, cool. So the ravine endings, like you're stuck on one side, you know what I'm saying? Like you're stuck on one side of the ravine and you have to make a play to the other side and you have to go up a hill. Because if you try to like tarp across, sure you might let that happen, but everybody's trying to ramp up on one side. Eventually it is going to go to one side of the ravine, right? So like it's going to go to this side or it's going to go to this side and whatever. So what immediately I noticed, like Cloaksy, why is this like high font? Hold on, sorry, this is scuffed. Can you please lower the font? Like, what do you mean? Just normal text, thank you. Jeez Louise, dude. All right, Cloaksy using his Rift to Go to get across the ravine. I mean, so there's two reasons for this. Number one, he was getting pressured. What's up, Ben? How's it going? He's getting pressured. He lost his teammate Tifu, and he's getting pressured. He has two Rift to Goes. Like, look at his setup, man. I know. I don't want to criticize, but two Rift to Goes. He already used one. Gold Scar, double barrel, 10 minis, a med kit. Holy crap. That is like the most insane endgame setup I have ever seen. Like, no joke. He only has one kill. I don't know how many Tifu has, but wow. And the rotate for Westworld is like not like crazy, right? It's like halfway up north. Pretty good. How about you? Doing good, man. Doing good. It was so ridiculous. I got a Rift to Go every game. Yeah, dude. It was ridiculous. But that's the nature of the game. It's the nature of the game. So anyways, I just want to point out, like, using this Rift to Go to get across the ravine, especially when you have two, is mad sick. Sorry I couldn't go to the tourney. Hey, no problem, man. We'll meet another time. I'm going to go to PAX East. We'll definitely catch up for sure. But let's play this. I think that's cool, right? What he just did. Let's back up if I can. Please. Alright, here's what I want to watch. So he sets up, and then look, he like puts two pyramids out like high above him, like before, like not even where he's going to be, like right here. I think this is good because it gives, not only does it confuse, it's like building out your turtle. Like, I think that's good. So yeah, let's say it. Like building out your turtle, placing pyramids high above you to give extra cover. Like, you can't place a floor that high, but you can place a pyramid, so that, I think that's cool what Closely did there. I need to press Control Shift, not Control Alt. He went down one level, so that's why he like could place that up there. But alright, so I'm concerned. If I'm Hysteria and blind, I'm definitely concerned about these guys. I'm focusing on these guys. I might try to shoot them out if I can, like edit my stairs down right here and try to break this out. But that's what happens when you give them Westworld and 15 chests. Yeah, 15 chests. But like, I'm sure they didn't get the loot I'm sure they didn't get the Rift to Goes from Westworld every time. I mean, we're definitely going to be debating this the entire stream, but yeah. We'll just watch the end games, whatever. So one of the things I always stress is, like, once you get to the end game, like especially if you're reviewing your own games, like look at your end game, start at the end game, pause, start by pausing the end game and watch your setup. You know what I'm saying? Watch your setup. Look at how many mats you have, what items you have, and how can you rotate. You need back in the bounce pad phase, like back in the bounce pads era, Vivid, Poach, all these guys, they would look for kills in the mid game and early game in order to get bounce pads. And if they didn't have a bounce pad in the end game, they were making sure they were in the best positions possible. Like that's like, if you remember my Vivid video, if you remember all that stuff, like let's go. So in this era, it's Rift to goes, right? Someone said Pack South might be squads. I'm hoping East is solos. So I'm not sure if there's gonna be an East thing. I hope there's not, because I want the World Cup to start. They might do an event there, but like I hope the World Cup starts before that. So, yo, thank you for the follow, Goth Boy Joey. Thank you, man. Pack South is solos. I'm gonna consider going. Yeah, I have a feeling Pack South is solos. They're definitely not gonna run squads. Squads is not ready for Twitchcon type event. So, anyways, if I'm Mysteria, I'm worried about these guys. I like this. It's a little like you have to know your angles. Hysteria clearly knows his angles, his head angles, like where they can shoot his head. He's looking for a headshot there. Looking for that headshot. Hysteria knows his head peaks for sniping high ground. Like they are probably 4 or 5 stories ahead or above, and he knows exactly where his head needs to be in order to be matching them. But something also interesting to note is like this is going over a mountain the entire way up. Yo, what's up, Tim? What's up? So yeah, let's watch this. Showing himself a lot. He only has a green hunting rifle. It's not the easiest thing to hit shots with, but they do have ultimate high. Like, I consider this ultimate high right now, even though those guys are higher than them, but they have to tarp across the entire ravine, and that's very scary. So, like, if I'm them, if I'm them, the guys over here, if I'm these guys, obviously I'm not pointing exactly at them, but if they get across without getting shot out, they are the luckiest people in the universe, right? Hysteria and Blind have the greatest position right here. So we'll see this as a theme, right? High ground is king in this new meta, right? High ground is 100% king. I'm gonna write this down already, even though like we haven't seen definitive proof of it yet. But like high ground is king. High ground is king. But the timing of your high ground is crucial, right? The timing of your high ground is crucial. We'll see high ground is not the best until the second moving zone, which is coming up right now. So Blind and Hysteria are already set up, but additionally, they're already set up because the zone is on their back, right? We know the zone is going this way. So they are right on the edge. This is the zone right here. These guys, they might be higher than them, but they're not in the best position. Tarping out at this point, not only is it going to spend them a lot of mats, but like they're also going to get shot out. They're going to get rocketed. They're going to get shot out because everybody's like, "Oh my God, they're on the highest point in the map." The timing is important. Right now, it looks like, just from experience, just from watching these games, just from experience, it looks like second moving zone is the time to have high ground, but like late second moving zone, right? So I consider the second moving zone like all the time between like now and everywhere else. Late second moving zone. So right now is the time to have high ground, because if you have average mats, if you have the like typical like leaving Pleasant, leaving Retail, like all the typical mats, right? Not like Wailing, not like Divot type of mats, but the typical mats, where you have probably 999 wood or max wood, like 700 brick and then like 300 metal or something like that. Like very typical, like 1.8k ish. This is the time to have high grounds. Yeah, exactly, Elahi. Unless you have a bunch of mats, maybe you can start doing it a little bit earlier. But like late second moving zone, especially with the redeploy meta, like if you have like there and Blind and Hysteria are very blessed right now. They got very lucky, I'm not gonna lie, right? Because everybody, the typical move is glide in and they're on a ravine, so it's very hard to glide into them, right? Because if you're down below, you can't glide up. So it's only these people up above, and there's not much space up there in the first place. So really, the only people who are going to glide in is probably these guys. So they glide in, and then with the play is to 90 up, just 90 straight up. We'll see what happens, but yeah, we don't have to talk about this much more. Let's actually look at the pudding. Let's see the proof in the pudding, and let's move on. Sorry, let's answer some questions real quick. So Rift to Go, using it to get first or second circle positioning, is it worth it, or is it worth risking it to save and have for late game when rotations are much harder? Yes. The latter, right? So Rift to Go is very, like, sure, it could help you get position in second and first circle, but if you don't have a rotate plan through second and first circle, it's not ideal, right? So if you land somewhere, you need to be aware. I am not always going to get zone. I'm 50% of the time not going to get zone, right? And obviously the percentages are worse or less depending on where you're at, but you need to have the plan, right? Where's the shadow zone? Where's the rifts? Where's the ATKs? Where's the quad crashers? If you don't know all of those things and you don't consider how to get to those and when the optimal time is to get to those, then you're not doing it right. So I'm actually going to put this question. I'm going to put this viewer question. My bad. Frost, you're clearly in you have high status here. Viewer question, like, Rift to Go usage, early, first, second circle, or late? Right, so the answer is you need a plan to use Rift to Go, or to use other means before, right? No matter where you are. Where are the rifts? Where are the vehicles? Sorry about the spelling here. Where are the vehicles? Where are the you have to have a plan. Where's the lean lake? Where all these things like come into your mind, and you need to have a plan on how to get out of your initial drop. You know what I'm saying? Because Rift to Go's are so important. They're not like important. Like, sure, if you don't have a Rift to Go, you can still win the game. But Rift to Go's are amazing late game. Are amazing late game. If you can use it at this point right here, right before the like late in the second moving zone, or during the second moving zone, or at the end of the second moving zone, right before third moving zone, you are going to give yourself such a massive chance to win the game, because high ground is king. High ground in the end game is king, especially with kill incentive, and especially with glider replay, because low ground is hell. Low ground is fucking hell, dude. It's so trash. I mean, I've talked about it. Low ground, everybody glides in the same spot, and everybody ends up rotating at the same time. It's absolutely garbage. So anyways, later you take height, the better. Use as late as possible. Yeah, exactly. Infamous knows what's up. What's up, Infamous? Shout out to Infamous, man. That guy's an awesome streamer, very smart guy. So definitely listen to his advice. Surely it would be better to try taking height by surprise. Otherwise, they'll try shooting you out and you'll be forced under. Yeah. Rift to Go like plans afterwards are difficult. I 100% think that Rift to Go usage is actually difficult. When to use it? Is there enough time and distraction for you to be able to use it without getting beamed? Is very important. But just the time up there is crucial, right? Even like just hanging in the sky is very useful, right? We all know staying alive longer is more important than actually doing anything in the game. So staying alive, staying in the air, hanging in the air is amazing. As a solo player, if I have a Rift to Go, I'll freaking Rift to go into the storm for a few seconds and then come back in. Yo, thank you, Tim. Absolute shout outs to Infamous, dude. The guy's an awesome streamer. Awesome. I love watching him. He streams mad late, so every time I finish my stream, I go into his channel. I'm lurking in there for sure. Lurking in there for sure. But yo, thank you, Tim. So yeah, just hanging in the air, going in the storm, just staying hidden and just just chilling and then all of a sudden going down to the low ground and just like sitting in your own box at the end of a zone is key, because you're just letting everybody else kill each other while you're sitting in the air. There's no problem at all. So let's move on. Let's move on. Rift to goes are awesome. Hysteria is like very, very aggressive with these snipe shots. I don't know. Like, look, man, this guy is chill as hell. He's like, I missed that shot. I'm gonna go for another one. That dude is chill. He's building out without like watching where he's. Oh, I've seen this clip. Drop like fries, boys. Oh my God. Hysteria, please. Hysteria, please. So I'm very interested in why these guys aren't looking this way, right? I know there's kills. I know there's kills to be had. But like, man, if they lose high ground here, they're losing the game, right? They're giving it up. Hysteria doesn't have any mobility to retake this. He does have the mats to maybe contest, but not much. I'm nervous. I'm nervous for these boys. They do have 3 kills, so it's very dependent on the kill incentive. But I do want to make a note real quick about Hysteria, like his sniping method. Hysteria sniping very, like, I want to call it riskily. I don't know if that's a correct word, but like he is very open and very gargoyle-y, but doing it anyways. We don't see it pay off, but he does have 3 kills, and Hysteria's a beast. He plays it at every tournament, even though he looks like he doesn't know what he's doing. He clearly knows what he's doing. So we make up words on VOD Review Sunday. Yo, we make up words. Very gargoyle-y, very riskily. So this is the thing, right? I have started like implementing, like from last weekend we learned that spamming at every opportunity is very useful. We saw Tfue just like literally click, like just hold mouse 1. Tfue just holds mouse 1 and he just like moves around always, and he never gets shot. Why? Because he's always moving. He's always moving. He's never using first shot accuracy. And Hysteria might be doing this, like the same type of thing. He knows he's only exposed to one angle, so it's like, it's okay. He's only exposed to one angle. He knows exactly what they're going to do. He's not going to get shot from anybody on low ground, so it's not as risky, right? Knows the angles, knows who is a risk, or a threat, I should say, and can watch them. So he doesn't need to worry about, he doesn't really need to worry about the people who are looking at him, because he knows. Please, binds. You don't work like that? Come on, man. My binds don't work. Hey. This is a sad face, but oh well. It was supposed to be a sad face, but I was too late. It was too scuffed. R.I.P., man. Yeah. If you watch my video, exclamation point video in chat, you'll understand my mistake that I made here where 72 hours was able to kill me very easily. F. To pay respects. Do you ever viewer VOD reviews? Yes, I do. I will probably be getting, I think I'm going to be doing a huge viewer VOD review session next Sunday, because I don't think there's going to be any pro games going on, so I think I will be. I think I do have like a submit command. Submit, maybe? Hey, look at that. If you'd like to have your VOD reviewed, send a VOD link or file MP4 FLC to ballatw@business@gmail.com, or anywhere else you can find me. Anywhere, Twitter, Discord, anywhere, just hit me up. I will be happy to review your VODs. I would love to, preferably scrims or league matches. I would love to. I honestly don't mind though. Anything that you think you can improve on, send it to me. I would love to do it. Let's play. We're having the same issue as last weekend. They're losing high ground, right? They're a little too slow looking for these kills. They're not only so. One of the things we learned last week was Bizzle and Demo, like, whoop, at this point, they're like, I'm just going to go straight up. Like, don't worry about me. I'm good. Twitter DM, fine? Yeah, absolutely. Feel free. Bizzle and Demo are like, I'm just gonna climb to the sky. No worries. Don't worry about me. Like, don't look at me. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. And Blind and Hysteria here are really more looking for kills. They don't have like that good of a high ground because they do still have to go over a hill. They had high ground. They still kind of need to go over a hill. So, anyways, there you go. Now they're building up. Now they're trying to contest for high ground. Again, they start moving across. But they do end up, ooh, Blind blocks him a little bit. That's not the greatest. But yeah, so this was the threat, right? This was the threat. I'd be surprised if this wasn't Bizzle and Demo. This was exactly the threat that they needed to pay attention to ahead of time. Is I need to knock these guys down. These guys are the same guys who were sitting across the ravine from them, right? Yo, what's up, Conv? Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. Yeah, so these guys were the threat, right? And they didn't pay attention to them, and now they are in trouble, right? They are in trouble. Know the threats. Know who needs to be focused and put down. I'm not saying like eliminate them, but I'm saying like bring them down lower, because otherwise they're going to end up doing this. And sure, it's very easy to knock these guys out right now, but if they even ramp like 3 more times over you, they're going to land on your spot, and they're going to be able to they're going to be able to contest you, and you're going to waste a lot of mats. One of the things that like people have been seeing recently with the glider redeploys, there's a lot more build fights at the end game. This is a build fight waiting to happen. I don't think at Twitchcon the meta was developed enough to really do this yet. But if I'm them, I'm shooting them out immediately. I mean, obviously this guy has an angle on him, so he needs to be careful. He needs to cover himself. And they're also rotating, so it's kind of rough. But we'll see what happens. He connected. This is tough. Connecting right here is definitely. Connecting to him makes it so that he stays there and his teammate can get across anyways. So that's a little tough. I think maybe this is something that we can learn from Blind right here. Maybe Blind has already learned this, and I'm not sure maybe this is the right play anyways, but like, and this is completely theoretical because I haven't seen a situation where this is actually an issue yet for me, but this is the same build fight thing where somebody ramps over you and you get a floor over them anyway, so it's like kind of blocking each other. But maybe going straight up here is better while Hysteria shoots. While Hysteria is the beta, while Hysteria is the support player. Hysteria shoots him out, and then in this case, this guy ends up sorry, let me erase. This guy ends up gliding down here and trying to connect or get on this like floor right here or this flat here, and he's lower than Blind, right? So Hysteria needs to be the beta, needs to be the good support, and let's see what he does from here on out. Yeah, he starts turtling. At this point, what else can you do? Blind can continue to fight, but it's gonna be a 2v1 when he gets up there, right? It's gonna be a 2v1 when he gets up there. And hey, guess what? I know for a fact that these guys win the game. So that's a good play by Dementos and Patek. Good stuff. So they're also very split. That's an issue for them. Ooh, they're so split now. This is one of the most uncomfortable positions with your glider. This is such an uncomfortable position with your glider. When you accidentally deploy and you can't go down, like... So I am interested in how the best players end up like navigating. I think the best players are just not putting themselves in this situation. I think that the thing is like, and this was very new, so like I don't fault Hysteria at all. Like this is super new, but when whoa, what about the caps, bro? What do you mean? When deploying glider, fall down first, deploy at last second. If you are wait for low ground, right? I think Hysteria clearly had in his head that I'm going to go down at this point, and so the thing is like, here's how we adapt, guys. Is if you're going to go for low ground anyways, go all the way down before you deploy your glider so that you don't have any slow time, because if you deploy your glider up top, you have the opportunity to accidentally show yourself on top of this mountain before you, even if you'd want to go down, you know what I'm saying? So like, Make sure you know exactly. Number one, try to figure out where you want to go, and number two, deploy at the last second to get to where you want to go. Otherwise, you're going to end up getting beamed, and it's very important for Hysteria right now because he's only at 60 HP, 70 HP. So, anyways, moving on. I want to try to start moving through these quicker. I want to see how like they regroup. I don't know if we're gonna be able to see that, but that'd be nice. Oh man, this is rough. Just gotta go back over the hill. Only 5 ticks with the 8 tick, because this was 8 tick if you remember. I don't know if he has a chance here. He's dead. Oh! Yo, he got the kill though. He got the kill. Yo, all right, that's dope. Regroup. Yo, we make up words here on VOD Review Sunday. We make up words. So, what I want to say about this is like Hysteria. Always, like it's kind of a never give up moment, right? Even though he was screwed, even though he had to go over the mountain, even though he knew he was screwed because he only had 5 ticks in the storm, and he knew he was not going to be able to get over the verticality they needed to beforehand, and he wasn't able to go horizontal enough to go with the mountain. Always look for kills, never give up. If you are screwed, look around, look for the kills, right? We didn't see like a 360 like pivot to look where kills were, but maybe that would have been the correct play. Is you're screwed, look around you, see if there's anybody who's just as screwed as you who you can pick up a kill on, right? Who you can pick up a kill on. Because yeah, Infamous is correct. Definitely asterisk in this format. When there's a kill incentive, I don't know what their kill situation was, but also no, not even that. Like in this format, like it's not even an asterisk, right? Because even if placement's the only thing that matters, if you're screwed anyways. So look for that kill, because that's another potential rise in placement that you're gonna be able to have. Like your teammate will be able to have one less person to contest with. You know what I'm saying? All right, so I think Patek and Dementos are still high ground here. One of the things that's mid ground is tough because you have to spend so many mats. He's using mats above and below him. That's just obvious note, but like I'm curious how many mats Saint has left. That's good to know is how he retook his lair. You see how they're on top, there's Punisher nearby, but he retook the lair because having as much space as possible on your lair is important. So having as much space on lair is important. Group up and retake lair if you have nothing else to do. Right, maybe it's important, maybe it's not. We'll see. I just noted down anyways. This is so easy for Dementos and Pate. Guys, anybody know how to pronounce his name? Bless you. This is so easy. Nobody is paying attention to them because everybody else is so low and fighting. Nobody is paying attention at all to them. High ground is king. Pate 1K. All right, cool. Cool. Point starve other teams and set up your tiebreaker too. Yeah, big facts. And that's crucial. Tiebreaker's crucial, guys. I don't, especially in qualifiers and finals is not as important, but yo, in qualifiers it could make the difference. In everywhere, man. Tiebreaker makes the difference. You'll see at the end of this, there's probably a bunch of people tied in points. And it's the difference between making 6th place money versus making 9th place money. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important. Again, in the Microsoft tournament that we played, the phase 2, we were down by 1 kill in the tiebreaker, and we lost out on $250 a piece. babe. All right, sorry. Yeah. Tiebreakers are critical, man. Tiebreakers are critical. That is a nice angle. Oh! Alright, so one of the things that we don't see on screen, is how Saint supported Morgal's from the side, because that was critical, right? Saint came in with the assist on the spam and made it so Imagine had to actually fall down. I don't know if I'm actually just bullshitting, if I'm speaking out of my ass, but let's watch this again. He finds an angle here that Saint's not going to be able to follow up on. He's not going to be able to come down through this floor the same way as him. And you see somebody shooting at him from the side. I'm pretty sure that's Saint. Forces him to like have to build on both sides. Any sort of pressure at all that your teammates can be able to put on him is going to be something that gives you the edge. So that's that beta role, that's that support role. And just a nice follow-up from him. Yeah, Saint's there. Saint knows. Saint knows. They were just focusing on somebody else, right? You're grouping up and finding different angles. I've focused on this every single duo VOD review that I've done, is finding different angles and what I call crossfires. It's important, right? And this is what ends up finding you these kills. This guy Imagine ended up falling off the side because maybe he didn't have mats. Maybe he like was too much. There was too much for him to handle, and he ends up falling off the side. How many games do you have left to review? 5 or 6 rather. This is my first game. Where the Henny at though? Oh shit, Calm. Oh, I didn't know you went that hard on Sunday. Let's go, Calm. Let's go, dude. I remember when I did the alpha beta stream and no one took it seriously. Dude, it was good. It was good ideas, man. I mean, that is 100%. Everything you said was factual. Everything you said was factual in that stream. I 100% respected it. Like 100%. What's up, Taser? All right. Moving on. I think one of the things, Conv, is like, I think that the nomenclature that you used made people think like that it was more of a meme than it was serious, because in other games people call it support and people call it like entry fraggers or whatever, and they don't use like alpha beta. I don't know, like the nomenclature I feel is important. Dude, this is amazing low mass play. You saw how he waited to the last second in order to leech on that player. He took a few ticks of storm damage in order to leech on this player. This is very good low mass play. Please. Thing. Alright. Morgals. Leeching when low mats. Right? And I call leeching whenever I'm using another player's builds in order to move on in my game. That's what I call leeching. Leeching. Ballatw's a Stella, man? Nah, dog. Nah, dog. It's just whatever the first 24 pack I see is what I'm buying. No, I'm just kidding. I love Stella, but I also lived in Belgium, so I'm impartial. When you say it's beta, it's like people stop taking it seriously because no one wants to be a beta. Yeah, that's factual, I think. Anyways, move on. We have 6 games to get through. I can't spend time on this. What do you guys think about this play? I noticed 2 things right away when I pause right here. I noticed 2 things. Like, well, really it's one thing happening on 2 players, but what do you guys think about this play? I'm curious. I'm drinking a sake called Rihaku, the Wandering Poet, named after the poet Rihaku, of whom it is said he drinks a bottle of sake and writes 100 poems. That's my type of man. Let's go, Ryaku. Yo, Tim, when's your culture emotes coming? But yeah, what do you guys think about this play? If Saint has heals, it's the only play, right? Possibly. But our evidence shows us that Saint probably does not have heals. Right? Good, using the 2v1 advantage. Saint's up top, so this is really a 1v1v1. Morg has the heals though? Yeah, should have gave Saint the medkits. Yeah, there you go. Look at Morgas's health as well. It's a little overzealous. I thought this was his teammate in front. It'd be dope if it was. It'd be dope if they had the coordination to land on like a single ramp out here. And by the way, old meta, by the way, ramping down. Who uses this anymore? Nobody uses this. Come on, man. Come on, man. All right. Yeah, so I think this is very risky, but so we definitely established that Morgals probably should have dropped the medkits to Saint already. We've established that. I don't know what Saint is doing ahead of time. Or above. But I think this is very good by Morgals. Besides the fact that he should have dropped his medkit, but we know this is a 1v1. Morgals comes in third parties. It's late game, but it's still valuable to third party. And this guy's reloading, and this guy's reloading. They've been shooting a while. Everybody in the late game, you'd be surprised. People are always reloading their shotguns. And he's focusing on this guy, and this guy has no idea that Morgals is behind him. So if I'm Morgals, bop, bop. This guy's probably going to fly off, right? Kill the guy, this guy, and then kill this guy. And then now you have a little piece. Saint can still shoot down. You guys can regroup, figure out what to do, and hopefully you can pick up some mats. Picking up mats is crucial in this point. One of these guys has mats. They're building down. One of them has mats. Wait, why does no one use the wall ramp? Because there's no point in building low. There's no point anymore in trying to like regroup. All right, Saint comes down as well, which is really good. And then he misses a shot, and he's only down to 31 health, exactly as Courage says. Damn, Twifle, yo. Ooh, Coke! Let's go, dude. Ah, damn, brother. Damn, dude. Hitting the one floor piece here. Twifle wasn't ready for it and ends up getting beamed from the sky. Let's go, dude. Let's go. That was nice play by Cloak2. Secures him second place. Second place, although securing second place isn't that important, right? You need to secure first place because second place and third place is exactly the second place and third place is the same points, so it didn't actually matter for Cloaksy here, but it did give him the opportunity to get first. You never know what's going on, so obviously you want to try as hard as possible to survive as long as possible. And boom, Pate 1K with the heal off. Way high ground. Mad high ground. I want to know how Dementos died. But that's probably like 10 seconds ahead of time. Right? I'm just gauging the distance. It's probably 10 seconds ahead of time. That's one medikit. He still had 2 left. Like, this is an easy heal off for him. The off heals were mad good at TC. Mad good. Because you could use multiple medkits in a row, so the off heals, like, I don't want to even note this because there's no point. There's no point anymore. It's nerfed. You can't do this anymore. So, yeah, there's an off heal. This type of play now requires a slurp or a campfire, which you're not necessarily gonna have, and especially with how aggressive people are, it's tough. Look at that evil EU smile. Look at that evil EU smile, dude. Look at that shit. Yo, I just drank Coke instead of beer. Feels bad. Alright, cool. Alright. Next game, boys. Next game. Okay, game 2. Let's switch our notes. Game 2. Okay, what can we say about this start? What can we say about this start? I'm just looking around the map, seeing who's well positioned. The Rise boys here, very well positioned. Cloaksy and Tfue are very well positioned. Why? Because center zone, right? Diggy's a solo inside of a shack. That's very scary for me. That's a bad position. Also provoked, solo, by himself, on the edge of zone. All these guys are very well positioned, right? Everybody else, I feel like, is not great positioned. These guys are good positioned. Why? Because they are mountain goating on the side of a mountain. If they're mountain goating, they're freaking obviously on the side of a mountain. But this is good in this zone, specifically in this first moving circle, because nobody wants to shoot you, and you are less exposed to the more amount of people who are in the zone. So nobody wants to shoot you, you're not doing anything, and you're not trying to get high ground. You're just kind of using as little mats as possible to stay in a good position, which is really good. And it's center zone. So, yo, Robo, thank you for the resub, dude. 5 months, let's go. Bust out the hen, dude. I don't have hen. I'm sorry, guys. I don't stock Hennessy. All I stock is crap. I actually just finished my whiskey before this. And that's pretty much the only hard liquor I had. Mike, let's go, dude. Let's freaking go. 6 months. Let's go. Bob, it's been long enough. You need to stock something more exotic. I haven't been stocking anything recently. I've been way less interested in stocking things. I used to stock a nice bar. Now I don't stock a nice bar. They have such a big base here. No, such a big base. Just freaking drink some sake. Alright, so first thing we notice is a lot of people rotating early here in the zone. You saw Ghost or Snood. I'm not sure if he had Twyfa with him, but he immediately went. I think he was probably a bouncer. The shadow bouncer is super useful to rotate. Just don't go in the storm, please. Just don't go in the storm, dude. Come on, man. Just don't go in the storm. And this is a self-deprecating inside joke, by the way, because me and Bumpa went into the zone in the first game at Twitchcon by using a shadow bouncer. Feels bad. Ooh. Yo, I like it. All right, that's Mark S though. No way. They don't get shot? They don't get shot at all? No way, dude. I didn't even notice this. Thank you, babe. I appreciate it. No way, dude. I didn't realize it was so hard to see or so hard to pay attention to those people. Like, that's eye-opening to me, right? I always thought that shadow rotates like that, where you glide all the way up, or where you go all the way up, is insane. I always thought like you would get beamed out of the air, but Morgause Morgalsi, sorry, and Saint show that shadow form rotates in the end zones are still viable, right? And I mean, we can just look at the kill feed. We didn't see it just then, but there's an insane amount of kills that happened in that specific zone while they're just sitting there. Like, they're just sitting there. Not only can they phase through their build so it doesn't actually look like anybody came out, and they just bounce straight up and just stay up in the air. That's probably a whole minute and a half where they're just in the air and nothing is happening. They're not getting shot. There's no risk for them at all. That's critical. It's critical. It's very critical. So saves time. No, it elongates their lives and gives them basically a rift to go, right? A silent rift to go. Right? They stay up in the sky, they sit there, and it's silent. It's silent. It's probably, is it higher than a rift? I'm not sure. But they get to take high ground for free, or they get to contest high ground for free, right? They get to contest high ground for free. But being silent, like nobody's gonna look up unless they hear a rift to go. So that's cool. That's very cool. I'm interested to see a replay, or like not a replay, but a repeat of that. You know what I'm saying? A repeat. I want to see somebody else do that to give me that confirmation bias that I need. So Nate and Funkbomb are actually fairly low ground players, which is interesting because they did very well at Twitchcon. A lot of spam from them. No matter, like, they don't even care that they don't have that much ammo, but they're just YOLO. Did they get a kill? No way. Come on, Vorwin. Come on, Blood Axe. Come on, guys. You can't die to that. You can't die to that. But that's like a kind of like follow up on what I said last week, is like just take all the opportunities you have to spam people. Interesting. You saw how Funkbomb like briefly went into the zone there and then came back and shot. Very smart. Very smart. I'm trying to grind this into my own head, guys, so I apologize, but like, don't be afraid of the zone, the storm. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. It gives you advantages that you somehow wouldn't think of other than that. Oh my goodness. By the way, he's in the zone taking storm damage. By the way. I think that was unintentional. Yeah, it could have been. But just because it's unintentional doesn't mean it's not good. And again, I'm viewing this as from a position of these guys are 100% better than me. I'm just trying to learn as much as I can. I'm going to think that everything they do is intentional, and I'm going to try to learn from it. That might not necessarily be the 100% best way to go about it, but I'm trying to find the reasons so that I can prove to myself that this is the right play. That this is the right play. But I'm also trying to grind it into my head that the zone is not scary, because you can sit in the zone and be harder to see and get easy kills inside of the zone. And it covers your noise. It covers a lot of things. Oh! Man, this really sucks. I hope Epic can figure out what the heck is going on here, because he's clearly in the zone, taking storm damage. Clearly. Look at this guy. Look at this YOLO. Like, he just tried to YOLO, straight up. Saw that? Saw how the zone jumped a little bit? I think they made a miscalculation on like when the zone ends, because that zone just jumped from here to here. at the end of the rotate. That's not okay. That's a huge mistake that needs to be fixed. We had that problem at the Microsoft event yesterday, and it was bad. It cost us the game. So Vilix still has high ground against a 2v1 when he was just one level above them. That's very impressive. But yeah, look at this. Look at just congestion, guys. High ground is king. Stay away from low ground. All of these people are in the zone because they couldn't get over the retail hill. Every single one of them. But also all these people here have the same issue where they're all going to be killing each other. Wow, these guys can chill. This guy's chilling. These guys are mostly chilling. These guys are chilling. This guy is chilling. Well, he's not chilling because he's low HP, but high ground is king. These guys all are fighting. It's not just 1v1s, it's not just 1v2s, it's not just 1v4. It's literally like 7 people fighting the same spot. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Nice, Snood. I think it's interesting to note that Snood thirsted this guy. Why? I don't know. I don't think he needed to start thirst him there. He's in the zone. There's no way that guy's surviving. That might be like carryover from previous metas where you actually did need to thirst somebody because they could actually crawl into the zone. But yeah. I like how he opted to go with his teammate here rather than on top of that guy. Huh. Spending the slurp is fine in this spending the slurp is fine here in the 8-tick meta because you can use multiple medkits in a row, so it's not that important to have slurps. But why does he give it to Cloak? Not sure. I'm not sure. This is so good. Yo. So good. So good. Why? Let's talk about it. This man, small zone. The thing is, sorry, I'm reading chat. Our dog is making a good point. Smart dropping the slurp to the person with higher HP. Cloak's chances of living are higher. He is currently hunting kills, meaning he needs higher HP. Yep, Tfue most likely play the rest for the heal at this point. Yes. But he didn't pass the medkit off to Tfue, Tim says, 100%. These are, again, these situations are so hectic. It's not like Counter-Strike. It's not like you literally have seconds to make decisions. Less than seconds. The time, I want to do a conv graph here, like a convertibles graph, like where time to make decisions is going like this. It's going straight down, whereas time, I don't know what the other axis is or the other graph is, but time to make decisions is going all the way straight down as the game goes on. The duration of the game on the x-axis. And you got to make decisions in seconds. So let's talk about the small zone and what Cloaksy did there with the grappler, which gave him the opportunity to get different angles on people down on the low ground. So, and this is kind of like a mini high ground run, right? Mini high ground war. Cloak uses the grappler, grapples away from Tfue. This is counterintuitive. Right? That's another good way to put it, Robla. So it's counterintuitive to run away from your teammate, but in these small zones, everything becomes a crossfire. Because it doesn't matter how far Tfue is, Cloak could still support him because the zone is so small. One of the thing is though that Cloak used that grappler, got a different angle on high ground, and was able to beam somebody who didn't expect him to be there because he just saw that Cloak was in with Tfue, and all of a sudden he's on a different zone. He's on a different spot. So this is like a combination of good crossfiring by Tfue and Cloak, and good repositioning, constant repositioning. This is a very obvious concept in a lot of FPSs, is constant repositioning, because if one person is expecting you to be one spot and you stay being in that one spot, they're obviously going to be able to have a higher chance to kill you. But if you're constantly repositioning, it gives you that extra percentage to survive there. So constant repositioning concept. Me out from Cloak. Easy with the grappler. So I've been kind of thinking to myself, like, is the grappler useful in this meta? Is it useful? I can glide. Why do I need the grappler? And I think I'm seeing the answer. Grappler is very good still, because you can put yourself in odd, different positions very fast. Whereas, sure, you can do that with a grappler, but you need to be up to be able to do that. From low ground, you can do very well. I don't know. I haven't carried grapplers recently, but this kind of changes my opinion. I've seen this, and I've seen a couple of other plays in practice scored. Like from, I think, Fuzzy had a sick play with a grappler where he was repositioning constantly with like this. I think this might change my mind. I think grappler is a wave. Look at this. Look, he just took the, like I said, mini grappler fights, or mini high ground fights within a specific section of the map, right? Like, cut this off. If we cut this off completely, Cloak just one high ground in this little center over here. Like, that is amazing. Just because he had a grappler. I mean, not just because he had a grappler, but this little mini high ground fight is important. Sure, this guy's beaming you. It's very important, but I don't know, man. This got him a lot of damage on one player, got him 1 kill already. It could get him way more kills. Yo, thank you for the sub. Let's go, all. Appreciate that, man. All 17. Welcome, dude. What's up, Eepsy? So I think these... Oh, it's grenades. Sorry. Tfue builds up to him, kind of going back to the old concept of, like, group up with your teammate. But, like, again, in this small zone, maybe it's better to have a teammate on this side and a teammate on this side. Like, that's probably better, no? Not only that, but it's also... It's probably all going to be 1v1s. Or 1v1v1s, rather than 2v1s or anything like that. It's very hard to force a 2v1 in these situations. Look how Marksman is staying on the edge of these late buildings. He has no mats, but he's staying directly on the cover that he has. Staying directly on the cover. So, low mats need to stay on pre-established cover. You must stay on this pre-established cover when you have low mats, otherwise you're gonna get beamed or shot or whatever. And there's Snood. Yo, thank you for the follow, Eepsy. Appreciate that. Whoa, no way. Hold on, I'm like very confused as to what's happening here. I want to watch it slow. Slower, please. Slower. I want to like figure out what's going on here. So, alright, 2 people here. Snood's gliding down. He's expecting to get this floor. Does not get it. Somebody edits the floor for some reason. This is not the same team. Unless it is. Cloaksy takes him out. It is. So Tfue edited that out. Was he just going for that loot? I'm gonna say he was just going for that loot. I'm gonna say he was going for that loot. So So what's crazy here is that that mini high ground fight in the low ground actually ended up being the important fight, right? Cloak is ultimate high right now, isn't he? Is he not ultimate high? No, he's not. Yeah, he is. He was ultimate high. He was ultimate high. The only thing is, like, he was ultimate high, but somebody was higher than him originally, and he was gliding, and the guy just sit there gliding. Like, that guy was just sitting there gliding. The low ground mini fight ended up being the fight for ultimate high. Dementos with the smart play. So here's the thing, right? We've talked about how rift to goes are very obvious baits to somebody who's on high ground to look up. They just look up and are easily able to identify, okay, this guy is a threat. He's coming down on me. I know I need to pay attention to him. But if you run out of mats on high ground, jump off, press the spacebar button, and just la 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 la. Just sit there. Just sit there. And all of a sudden, you're sitting there for a couple, like 20 seconds or so, and this guy is just chilling. Just chilling. So, ultimate high play. And running out of mats. Just jump off, pull glider, and chill. So that's something that won him the game, right? Because Cloaksy ended up, he was like, oh, I'm ultimate high, and then Tufu or somebody, he realized, oh, I need to look up. Oh, there's a guy gliding on me. What the hell? Where did this guy come from? I didn't hear him rift on me. Like, where did he come from? And suddenly he tries to shoot him, and then low ground, and he's not low. He's no longer ultimate high, even though he does have the floor on that phase. There's somebody above him and somebody below him. So even though he is the only guy who's established ultimate high, somebody is challenging him currently, and that makes him mid ground and not ultimate high. So whoever's on the bottom floor here is able to shoot him out, take him out, and there you go. There you go, dude. 3 points for them. That's awesome. That was a really good play. Yo, thank you for the follow, WXNE. Appreciate it, man. I watched Demento stream for the first time yesterday. He was duo scrimming, and him and his teammate won 3 games in a row. Dude, they're the new EU scrim server that Raz and Issa are playing, are running. Sorry, I should say. Yeah, look how high he is. Running out of mats, jumping off. Look how long he glides before Cloak shoots him. Look. We're at 8 seconds already. 8 seconds, and that wasn't even close to what we already knew. So, awesome job by Dementos. Really smart play. Really, really, really high quality play. All right, game 3, boys. The midpoint. The midpoint. He tunneled for that kill on the glider, gave up his floor for it, and so ended up getting nothing. Did he need to commit to one plan of action here? They're harder, or simply just execute mechanically on the glider better? That's an interesting question. I think, like, if we think about what the better play is there, I'm gonna say that the better play for him, Cloaksy, in that case, was to fortify. So the guy gliding isn't a threat until that guy lands, right? He's not a serious threat until that guy lands. Sure, I'm gonna neutralize it right away. But what I want to do is, if I have the mats, I want to build out the floor, make sure that I'm not able to be broken down, shoot whenever I can, and pay very good attention to my floor. Like, if it starts coming down at all, move to the next. Like, replace it, and then shoot back up again high ground. Like, forget about the guy low ground. Just make sure you're safe against him. That's all I need to do if I'm Cloaksy. But I don't know the mat situation. I don't know the mat situation at all. I think one thing that would be really good if Fortnite did is if they, as soon as the first moving zone gets established, show where everybody is. I want to see who's on these edges, who needs to rotate to the zone, how many people are in this zone yet. Just judging by the way that the zone is, this is south by Paradise, far from Paradise. This is the edge of the map, probably like right here. This is Fake Junk over here. This is Pueblo over here, and then we have Truck Stop over here. So the edge of the map is like right here. I want to know, I'm guessing that the majority of people are on this edge. Why? Because that's where the majority of the map is. So the minority of people are going to be here. They're going to have really good positions. I think there's a hill like right here. So I mean, I know there's a hill there. I played in this game. Ooh, get sniped, brother. So this is something that's interesting. How he immediately goes for the res. Doesn't build. Doesn't do anything. He just immediately goes for the res. I don't know if that's the right play, because they could immediately start shooting. Dementos insta dies. There's that aimbot. Patek or Pate 1K dies. Is he not building to be sneakier? Yeah, to be sneakier, and also he knows that there's nobody on the edge because he's on the edge of the zone. So. Bro, these dudes are Olympic swan diving. Easy 50K. What, Kita? Oof! That glider bug. That glider bug. How did Tilt get over here? What the heck? Yeah, it's unfortunate. There's just too many people shooting. Tilt is one of the best aimers I've ever seen on console. I don't care about aim assist. This guy has nuts aim. Hey. When will this be on YouTube or Reddit? It's not gonna. I may do like a. So I'm gonna upload both this and the qualifiers video that I did last weekend, or the qualifiers VOD review last weekend. I'm gonna upload it to YouTube today, and then I don't think I'm gonna be doing notes on either of these. Maybe this one, like overview post on Reddit. Like, let me pause for a sec. I think the best format to post to Reddit is like a summary of like the most important things that I learned from the notes that I took, and then like post the video as well in conjunction, because I can't post like a 3-hour video to Reddit. That's not going to do anything good. Like, nobody's going to click on that. It's not going to get upvotes. There's no point at all in posting it. Like, sure, just because it's me, it might get upvotes, because for some reason people upvote the shit out of me. But I still need to find like the best way to post these to Reddit. But for specifically these videos, like, just because it's from a cast, I'm not specifically looking at anything in particular. I'm not sure if I'll post these to Reddit, but I'll definitely put them up on YouTube tonight. Oh, look, a Rift to go, huh? Rift to go, gold rocket launcher, two minis, 2 slurps, 3 traps, brother. Thank you, Tim. No, dude. No, you can't be that aware. How are you guys so good? Dude, come on. How? Alright, so one of the things, first off, let me talk about this real quick before I get into Tfue and Cloak's luck. When you Rift to go, we learned from Chap and Tom, doing the 72 hours voice, that building around your rift to go in metal or brick makes it harder for people to follow up on. Tvu and Cloak's awareness is amazing. They knew exactly where that rift to go was, and they used it perfectly. Used it perfectly. Like, whenever I find a rift to go, like, I'm like, alright, there's a rift to go. Somebody used the rift. And at that point, I'm like, well, it's somewhere. I have no idea where it is. I just got to keep going. Like, I'm sorry. It's just gone. And if we do end up finding it, it's like one of me or Bumpa uses it and not both. So it's like always like not good for us to go for a rift to go, but that's because we're not as aggressive on teams and we're not as paying attention to people, and we're not forcing anybody to use rift to goes. CBK Flame has high ground. So again, this is really good play by Tilt, and it's not something that's very obvious or very flashy or anything like that, but perfect Tilt with the good patience, waits when editing through something, pays attention to where people are before making a move. You saw how he briefly stopped, held the edit, looked around, made sure there's nobody above him, make sure there's nobody to the right, because he had the time to do it, and then he went for it. That's very good, and I think people need to make that a priority and put that into their muscle memory. Is when you edit in the late game, unless the storm is right on your back, make sure you look around beforehand. Look up, look down, look right, look left. Figure out where people are. Make sure that you making the move is going to be good. And even if you're going to edit through no matter what, you still got to know, is this guy to my right? If this guy is to my right, I'll block off my left, and maybe I could take a shot on this guy, or maybe I just block off my right and continue on. But it gives you that knowledge that you need to make the next play. So, yo, thank you LVTV for the follow. Appreciate that, dude. Much love. Look at the kill feed. Ballatw TW took the L. Rip. Rip. There's Bumpa. He just killed Marksman. Bumpa, the people's champ. The people's champ. Yeah, so actually I didn't see that this view was available when I made my video, but I talked about this. We were in this box over here. This is us. This metal right here. And I ended up, I think it's blown up by now, but I ended up trying to take a peek out, and I didn't block my head. I didn't put a floor over here, and somebody beamed me from this mountain. And so I went back in the box. Bumpa gave me some minis, and I didn't realize that the storm was right on my back. I was like at 3 HP, and the storm killed me. So Bumpa had to make this rotate. I think he glowed, the new vocabulary. He glowed over here, and then glowed down below, and ended up finding Marksman, and then dying very quickly after. Put that into the notes, please. Bumpa, the people's champ. Hold up a sec, guys. Babe. Yeah. So. It's so hard to get over these hills. No matter there's Bumpa lost in the storm. He was in the zone. He's in the zone. Come on, Fortnite. So he saw the guy was alone. Cloaksy didn't get the rift. Immediately goes down to me, Cloaksy. This is too much of a risk to take without Cloak. It's too early. The zone is too big. The zone is too big. What? What just happened? Gloat on these fools. Ooh. That's the right angle peek. Sketch made a mistake by pushing into that. It's funny how aware these players are, but Sketch should have been aware that that's not a good peek to take. Again, though, the decision-making time. Yo, this guy just fall on 300 brick? Nah, he didn't pick up any. I thought he just fell on 300 brick. Like he didn't get the kill at all. He just fell on 300 brick. All right, Tim. I'll catch you later. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Enjoy whatever you're gonna do on this Sunday night. Happy Veterans Day. Tomorrow. Please, Cloak. Yeah, taking the slurp is more important than going for the kill, unless they need a kill. But even then, I'd still take the slurp. It's gonna be useful in the long run, rather than you taking a fight and then not being able to take that slurp in the long run. So I think that's important. Might as well, right? Whoo! This fight is the it's possibly the determining fight of the game. Possibly, right? But this is the key. When you end up on low ground with this many mats, it's so hard for high ground to do anything, because you could do exactly what Cloak is doing right now, which is just building out. So somebody went right down. That's so good. He's not scared of the zone. You saw how he was very close to taking another tick, but he didn't take a single tick because he knows and he has the awareness how to hold off. So one thing that's interesting is, yeah, what's up, Jakey? One thing that's interesting is how the traps in the end zone is not as useful anymore because the zone continues to move. So before, the zone was static in this end one, and it would close directly on one spot that everybody knew for a good 30 seconds. And what? Elahi, what are you talking about? Are you serious? Yo, hold up. Can I zoom in on this? What are you talking about? You're nuts. How did you know this? No, please zoom in. Come on, man. Zoom in. Nah, I can't zoom in, but yo, Elahi coming up with the clutch. What I learned, that's going to my video, dude. Look at that. There's a white dot right here that shows where the end zone is going to close. Are you serious? Yo, I'm literally gonna make a video just on that. That is so clutch. I had no idea. No idea, dude. That's insane. I wonder if that's on purpose. I feel like that shouldn't be on purpose. Actually, no, I guess it makes sense. Every other zone, you know where it's going, and this one's still moving, so I think that makes sense. But yeah, so what I was saying is, like, the traps are not as efficient anymore when the zone continues moving, because there's no static spot that everybody knows it's going to end here. I'm going to place a bunch of traps. People have to come down on this spot where I'm healing. They sit. No, I'm just kidding. They sit there. And so he didn't actually end up being able to do much. Dude, this is so important. I don't know when he got this rocket launcher, but 7 rockets still. He has 7 rockets still, because he's making sure that he has the rockets to use in the end game. One of the things that I've been trying to do is save my rockets. Don't use them too much. Save at least 3 rockets for the end game. But one of the things that ends up happening is I don't actually remember that I have my rockets and I can't use them in the end game. So this was perfect. Why? Because it ended this guy's heal off. It ended up this guy's strat. Why did I leak that strat? No, man. You know what we're about. It's about the teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. Teamwork makes the dream work. All right, so Elahi points out white dot Shows where the final zone will end up being. We gotta make this public, man. We gotta increase the skill ceiling. We gotta make it so high that people are like, oh my goodness, this game is actually freaking competitive. Team, ooh shit. Stream okay? We good? We good? We good? Alright, and then Cloak saving. Rez, let's go, dude. Make sure you credit Elahi, dude. Make sure you credit Elahi. Cloak saving the rocket perfectly for endgame and remembering to use it. Most important thing of the game. Knocks down the healer. He knocks down the healer, and that's a wrap. Hold up. Funk Bomb just killed Tifu from over here, bruh? Did he really kill him from over here? That's insane. No way. No way, dude. Alright, so hold up. I don't even think Cloak killed him. I don't think Cloak killed Nate or Funk Bomb here. I think... Nah, hold up. He's healing. How did this guy die? Oh, he died of zone. Dude, okay. Alright, so luckily this isn't that important anymore, right? Because off fields are not going to be as strong. But not only... So there's a couple things. This is dope. And Funk Bomb shooting from his off field is dope. But CBK Flame, if you remember, this guy landed... He was high ground, and he landed over here, placed double campfire immediately, and started bandaging. If he got that off, he would have won the game. He would have won the game. What's up, Lago? I'm sad I missed the first hour. Nah, dude, you got it. It's all good. You're here now, and you'll be able to watch it on YouTube. So, you're good. You're good, brother. You're good. Okay. So, yeah, I definitely, like, this endgame was actually really important. Really cool. Really cool. Not important, but, like, so... Funk Bomb shooting from his off-field space. Cloak chasing him down. Cloak doesn't stand in the middle of the zone, doesn't do anything. Like, he's literally just sitting there, and Funk Bomb kills Tfue, and Cloak's like, oh damn, this guy's off-feeling over here. I gotta go straight over there. Cloak chasing him down is important. He doesn't need to stay in the center zone anymore. The zone is closed. Just go for it. And then CBK Flame finding the opportunity to land as fast as possible and very far from the zone. So if we think about it, Tfue is where the zone closed. CBK is way off of that. He's probably a good 1 second glide away, very far from the zone. Getting knocked down, looked for somewhere and almost got the dub by doing so. Imagine that the rocket comes 1 second earlier. Imagine CBK finds this still, gets those campfires off, gets the bandage off. You only needed 2 campfires to infinite bandage in this patch. So imagine CBK Flame almost made the freaking play of the century, dude. What is off field? So off field is when you go into the zone before it closes to start healing. That's what I call off healing. That's a nice game, boys. Phase up. Phase up. These boys went insane. Like, I don't care, man. They got zoned, but like, still, dude, they played insane. They played super smart. Like, I think at this point, everybody's like, holy hell, dude, these guys are going off. Like, this is insane. They're nuts. Watch CBK fly. Aw. I was nuts. That's nuts. These guys went off, dude. They went off. Went off, my friends. Alright, guys. We're going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab another drink. I'm going to take a pee-pee. And we'll be back for the last 3 games, alright? I'll be right back. Please. Scenes? Are you going to work? Thank you. We're back. Hey guys, we're back with the rest of the VOD Review Sunday coming at you guys. We just did 3 games. We're gonna do the last 3 games here. We're in game 4 of the grand finals of TwitchCon. So let's do it. Let's hop right in. Again, guys, if you're in chat and you want to follow with the notes, exclamation point notes in the chat, give you the Google Docs. You can follow. You can see what I'm writing as it happens. Yeah. Let's go. So again, I wish we could see like an overview, but this is cool what Blind and Hysteria are doing. They're turtling on the top like very slowly towards the next zone. Most people will like rush to the next zone, but you can kind of see opportunities and ideas here for Hysteria and Blind to kind of like possibly get free high ground. Like if they can glide up here into the zone where the zone is going to be, because they have so much space to work with, that's the play. That's the play. Anybody up on this hill who can kind of try to get the other hills over here, that's the play. Like we're around Pleasant Park here, so just to know exactly like kind of where we are. So they're kind of snaking slowly but surely. I think Blind goes off here. A lot of these walls aren't his. A lot of those walls aren't his. He's not worried about it. So this is important, right? If you know somebody's wall, if you know those walls aren't yours, as long as you know that they aren't somebody who is near you, then you're fine. You don't really have to pay attention to them. Obviously you want to replace them, but that is 10 less mats. So if you need to replace 3 walls, that's 30 less mats. If you need to place 5 walls, you know, now we're getting a little risky. So game 4, know your walls. What I mean by that is know who has the opportunities to edit them. If they are not near you, why replace? Okay, why replace? You want the edit. You need to play aggressive on somebody who doesn't have the edit. Okay, that's good, but if there's nobody really to get that, why? Why waste the mats? So that's important. Why does my document keep closing? Blind, very smart. Blind and Hysteria, I should give them both credit. Smart. And I've noticed that Bumpa does this as well. Very smart. So this Riftigo, he clearly wants to use it, but like he also wants this kill. I think placing so they almost did it, but they didn't build up enough there. I think like you have to, with this new glider redeploy, you have to be able to eyeball and spot things that are going to be in zone, and you have to be able to get the distance that you need to go and the distance that you want to go. So they scuffed there, but that's okay. They picked a new spot. It's fairly decent high ground, but I know for a fact that this is going to end up costing them because the zone's going to go this way. So it sucks to suck, but that's what happens. That's what happens. So like you want to pick the best position to give you the most probability to get the next best position, right? So from I don't know, like we'll talk about this in center zones because this is really easy to understand and really easy to explain. In the first couple of circles, what gives you the best probability of being in the next circle? Okay, center zone every single time. Okay, right? Everybody understands that. That's very easy. Very easy. The center zone is like, if a zone appears, it's going to be touching the center zone almost 100% of the time, because it's half of, like, this is just math. We can do that math. I don't really care. I'm sure nobody really understands it. I don't understand it either. Screw math. Nobody likes math. But probability is math. The center zone is going to give you the most chance of being in the zone in the next zone, right? So moving center zone to center zone in the early zones is very, very important, and that's what we saw from Liquid when we did the VOD review on them. That's what we saw. They are amazing at finding themselves in center zone and in the best position for the next zone and the next zone and the next zone. Okay, so how does the probability here give you the biggest opportunity to survive in the next one? So the next moving zone, right? It's going to be an edge, and it's going to be on the side, like, right? It's like this. It could be basically anywhere around this circle. Okay. So the biggest risk of going over the next one for anybody down on low ground, anybody in this area right here, the biggest risk, let's erase this, let's redraw this. The biggest risk for anybody going over here, anybody down in this valley, so obviously this valley's not in zone, but this area right here is, can it go up this mountain? Can it go up this mountain? Okay. If I can take this area here, which is a little bit of high ground, I'm going to have the biggest opportunity to go up this mountain and up this mountain in the next zones. So that's what I'm talking about when I say probability. Find the spot that's going to give you the biggest chance to get through the next possible zones. So in this case, Hysteria and Blind wanted to go there, but they didn't get the opportunity because they misjudged their glides. They missed their glides. They still have the opportunity because they have the rift to go. And so if I'm them right now, I'm playing more passive. I'm saying, okay, I have this rift to go. I'm almost certainly going to have to use it because, yeah, there you go. The zone's going over the entire mountain. Over the entire mountain. What do? I'm playing passive. Oh, no. This man's just edited himself down into a trap. Feels bad. Sucks. That sucks. He only has a second. He definitely can't get this res. Yeah, he's a little screwed here. This is one of the things that people need to, like, as soon as this zone comes, we need to realize, does it go over an entire mountain? Why? Because if it goes over this mountain's just like this, right? It's going over it's going up, and then back down. Okay. You have to get to the top of the mountain to be able to traverse to the other side. That's a given. 100% a given. This is a rift. This is a rift. 100% from Blind. Takes a shot, takes a kill, but you, at this point, rift. Get as far in as possible so you don't take any rift damage and just rift. No. Nah, he's dead. So I do want to, like, this is just an idea floating in my head. Like, you see these guys, right? They got shot out at their highest ramp. How can you catch yourself? Maybe rotate. Maybe rotating is a good play. Maybe double rotate, place, catch yourself. Is that possible? Or more simply, just place the floor under you. I've been trying to do that. Is not only am I trying to, like, fortify, if I have the mats to fortify going up on a god ramp like this, I'd be surprised if this isn't Bizzle and Demo. They've been, like, doing the single ramp thing, like, a lot. But he got shot out I've been placing just a floor, just a flat, to catch myself if I do get knocked out. Like I can fly back and just land on this and so on. But who knows? Moving in. Moving on. Yo, how about this damage, by the way? Holy hell. Alright, this is cool. You saw how he realized 72 hours is very split from him, and he decides he needs to glide towards him. Yes, I like it. These guys are the best at regrouping. It's funny, we could never make it past this part at Twitchcon. Yo, thank you for the follow, grass number 21. I appreciate that, dude. I'm curious about the name. Very curious. What's up, Dusty? Welcome back. House scrims. Ooh, nice shot, dude. Did he block Chap? No, he didn't. They play very split here. What else can we say about this game? Just interesting to note as it came back over the hill and then it's going back down the hill. Every single game at TwitchCon I think went over a hill. Triganza and Vilix on high ground? Like, the hill is almost irrelevant at this point, right? Actually, it is irrelevant. Until the very end, this is irrelevant because everybody has enough mats to stay mid-ground or above the hill. There's no point to take the risk to go off the hill in that first zone because the next zone moves so fast. Or moves not fast, but so far. So, like... Dude, these are amazing shots. Like, these are amazing shots for somebody who's in zone, or who's like, not sorry, for somebody who, like, he's exploding them, and he still is able to see them. Like, really good stuff by 72 right here. Like, really good stuff. Like, you saw those shots. That was really nice. See that white dot, dude? That's the biggest pro tip I've seen in a long time. That's the biggest pro tip I've seen in a long time. I don't know, so why not off hill right here in this corner? These are things like I think that people underestimate about heel offs. Like, it's not that easy. When you see Funk Bomb make a basic mistake about not getting all the way into the corner, or I shouldn't say a mistake. Like, obviously this guy's better than me. Like, I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna say that he's not. So if this isn't a mistake, why is he healing here? Anybody think of a reason? Personally, like, I can't. I think this is maybe I'm just more experienced with heal loss than he is, but get into the corner here. The zone is gonna close, and you wanna stay as much as possible out of the zone, as long as possible. This is a scuffed heel. What does it matter that this guy's here? What is it gonna matter? If this guy realizes that you're there, then it's whatever. Wait, yep. The timing on his second one was good. Why are we watching the heel off? Everybody else is fighting. Dwifo almost screws Bizzle and Demo here. He kills Demo. Oh, actually, I think he does. No, okay. It didn't matter anyways. It didn't matter, but still. It could have. See, like, look how Bizzle's prepared in comparison. Is the pyramid all blocking him? He's in the... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, brothers. Dude, heal offs are so unsatisfying. You see how Bizzle's just like, yeah, well, we won that game. We won. Whatever. Who cares? Who cares? Let's go. But it doesn't really matter. Hey, it's Solo and Swag. Swag Noodles and Solo. Let's go. These guys are awesome. See J Amok in the background over here. Yo, what just happened? What do you mean? Who won? Zayt over here. What are you talking about? Who won? Provoked. Who won this game? That's crazy, man. Lago. Exactly, Lago. Exactly. I'm just saying. Oh, I just want $50,000. No, nothing crazy. Oh yeah, let's go. it's me and Bubba. Let's fucking go! Oh my god, let's go! Me and Bubba freaked the hell out. Like, oh no, I can't believe we did this. No matter what. All right, boys. This is the game. This is the game. Skeeta. Yeah? Do you got more to say? Do you have anything to add to this VOD review? How do you think Aiden and Nick Merckx played in this game? You think they played okay? No? You don't have anything else to add? Alright, then shut up. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Come on, please, don't hurt me. By the way, my lamps aren't on. Thanks. Thank you, Keita, for letting me know. I know you just want to tell me my lamps weren't on. Gotta get that lighting. Alright, boys, let's get into it. This is insane, man. On console. Bill battling Saint and Morgause. Alright, we all question this decision by Aiden to split off and go all the way back into Tilted. Why? Why, Aiden? Why? Why did you do this? Like, can you imagine? Look at Nick's mats, bro. Can you imagine Aiden doesn't go down here, dude? They get like 70 more kills and the win because they have ultimate high in the next zone with a ton of mats. Full metal. Like, if they're up here, dude, they go off. They were so in love with these two. Yeah, I mean, that's true. They're nuts. They're nuts. But man, Aiden made such a huge mistake here. Look how many beams. This is just Nick. If both of them were beaming people, man, who knows how many kills they would have got. I'm cheesed, dude. I'm cheesed. I'm actually so disappointed, man. This could be a legendary game. This could have been a legendary game. But Nick has now lost ultimate high. Aiden is split down and tilted on ultimate low. So disappointing. So disappointed. I think Aiden was kill hungry. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, look at this, guys. Look at this build right here. What's this guy doing? See? This is 90s. This guy just 90'd all the way up. Right? Or is that 180s? Yeah. 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180. Yeah. So those are 180s. But still, this guy just built straight up. You might think it's bad, but it's actually kind of useful. So anyways, let's talk about this game. Before I go on, let me make sure I take the notes about like the probability game. So take the position with the biggest chance of you for the next zone. See the worst cases and see the best positions to mitigate these worst cases, right? And then I want to talk about funk, bomb, messing up, heal off, go all the way in as much as possible, even when off healing. No reason to waste 2 seconds on heal off by not sitting inside the circle as much as possible. Right. Alright, cool. So, game 5. This could have been a legendary game by Nick and Aiden. Look, so maybe this was the factor in Aiden's decision, but Nick had the mats. Nick had the mats. What happened to you, Aiden? Why didn't you communicate? Like, I don't have any mats. I gotta jump off. And Nick gotta say, yo, I got mats. Don't jump off. But Aiden splits. And Nick has to give up ultimate high. Okay. Then someone is just 90ing or 180ing to the sky. This is way more common now than we think. I think it's way more common than we think. Oh, the rift! Oh, that would have been so clutch. That would have been so clutch. If he made that and then he could have regrouped with Nick, that would have been insane, dude. No ammo. No ammo. Yeah, Lago 100%. But look, he could have split mats too. Like it's not a huge deal. All right, so this is rough. It's unfortunate. Nothing he could do about that. The storm literally bugged out for him. The same thing happened for us. I don't know if you guys saw us in the kill feed. Both of us died because of that. Because we're trying to make it up the hill. Like obviously we're gonna be on the edge of zone. Like Ballatw shotgun CBK. I didn't even realize I got a kill here. And then suddenly he's in the zone. What? What do you mean? Like, I was not in the zone. Come on, bruh. And then Bumpa gets killed by Cloaksy. And then here I go. I'm dead in the storm right now. I just died there. Feels bad. That bug sucks. Sucks. What's up, Elena? So instead of complaining about the zone, let's think about how to mitigate it, right? Let's think about how to mitigate it, right? Nick built towards zone when we all knew at this point that there was a massive bug with the zone. You must get as far center circle as possible in these moving zones to avoid ghost damage. I'm gonna call it ghost damage. I don't know how else to call it, but it was actually insane. This happened at the Microsoft event too yesterday. You're clearly in the zone. I like zoomed in on it in my video, my last video. They're clearly in the zone, but for some reason the game recognizes you as in the storm and you take damage while you're clearly supposed to be saved. It's not okay. So, anyways, let's watch the rest of this game. Just got back from robbing every Dunkin' Donuts in the area for free donut for Baron. Let's go. Feel free to rob Dunkin' Donuts. I'm sure they have made way too much money anyways on those donuts. Dude, the general just died of fall damage. No, please. Wow, this is ballsy, dude. This is ballsy. Was the Microsoft event customs? Yes. The finals was custom scrims or custom squads, and then the phase 2 was also custom squads for the region. Phase 1 was pubs. That was it. Everything else was customs. What region did you play on for Microsoft? We were Massachusetts, so East 2, Northeast. Ah, come on, brother. Nice. Cloaksy's a beast. I think he's ripped. Dude, he has a lot of mats still. I like how he actually flew in the zone. That might have been unintentional, but like, oh, and that's dope. So he found himself on the edge. Like if I was Cloak, I'd be like, oh damn, this storm's gonna come to me. But he knew the zone's moving in a certain direction. And he knows like he's good there. That's really good. Did West have to play on East Ping in phase 3? We played 3 games on East and then 2 games on West. So it was relatively fair, especially because West only had 1 region, right? So it was Central, 2 East, and then 1 West. So it was fair that they had less games, I think. Well, it wasn't fair, but that's like the only situation possible, in my opinion. Otherwise, it's unfair for West. Oh, nice shot, Gaiden. Oh! Ah, yo, Sean, you gotta stop with this grapple stuff, dude. You gotta stop with this grapple stuff. The only way this makes sense is if you are building a floor right here and making sure you don't get shot. Because I did the same thing. He got bopped by me. This was way too early of a heal off. If the zone isn't closing and you're already done with your heals, this is not a good off heal. If you're off healing, you better guarantee that anybody who sits in the zone, if you're off healing, you better guarantee that anybody who just sits in the zone as long as possible is gonna die. If you can't guarantee that, you better not off heal. Because otherwise you're just gambling. I mean, going for a heal off in general is already gambling. And there's not really any way to go for guaranteed or like informed heal offs, you know what I'm saying? There's no way to guarantee that you know that these people aren't going to have more heals than you. There's absolutely no way. Right? Let's take some notes. Let's take some notes. I don't know. Those Kayun shots were really nice. The patience he had, like he still got the shot off before the getting shots off before guaranteed death is really good. You saw like the rocket took him out, but he still got the shot off right before the rocket hit him, and then he died, but he still got the kill, which is really good. Then what else? The Sean grapple. Only reason to grapple up on people who are playing very I don't know what to say, like statically, just sitting looking for shots, is if you are going to box up under them. I don't know if you guys saw like the poach play where he grappled up to high ground and then like built a box underneath. I think that's the best play to make for Sean there. But like in the Microsoft event, he did exactly the same thing, and I bopped him as well. Like that's probably a thing. That's probably a habit that he has to break. Like if I have a grappler, if I'm Sean, I'm saying if I have a grappler, I'm not grappling without boxing myself and protecting myself against people who are playing looking for shots, because that cost him twice already in big tournaments. So yo, thank you for the follow, Fleece. Appreciate it, dude. All right, and then off heal. If you don't have the heals to last past the final zone and 100 HP, don't go for off heals. You're gambling way too hard. Way harder than a normal heal off, right? Way harder, way harder. The other thing that I've noticed though is like this moving zone at the end where the final zone is moving, the only people who have won heal offs is the people who off heal, right? There's nobody who's winning heal offs by staying inside of that zone until the end. And I've noticed this in pro scrims as well. Like this isn't happening much. This is not happening much at all. Recommended by Hops FN. Let's go, Hops. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Welcome, please. Welcome. Hey, look, it's us, dude. It's us. It's me and Bumper. You see me? You see me? You see those eyes trying to look at his name tag, trying to figure out who the hell this guy is? It's JDW. What a thug. Look at them eyes. He knows. He knows he just killed it. Oh, that's Ronin? Whatever, man. God damn it, Ella. You ruined it. You ruined it. You ruined it. Let's go. Bubba's so freaking tall, dude. Look at this giant. Look at this freaking giant. Look at this freaking giant. I'm tall, dude. I'm tall. Look at this guy. This man's insane. Like, look at this giant. This guy's 15 feet tall, at least. At least. I've seen him IRL, dude. This guy is insane. Tallest person in Fortnite. He's not wearing stilts. I'm 6'1". I'm 6'1". This guy's got to be like 11 feet. Minimum. Yo, how clutch would it be if this guy crawled in the zone and ended up dying so JDW could get a bandage or something. Let's go. Let's go. By the way, his teammate didn't talk to him first. Damn, he off-heeled so hard. Let's go. That was fun. I like their celebration. All right, guys, last game. Let's go. I'm gonna be playing scrims after this, and then finishing a video. I'm gonna stream it all. I'm gonna stream it all. Guys, last game I was watching, so hold up. Let me explain a little bit about what was going on. This is Ziff. This is Ronaldo. Oh no, hold on. I think this is Ziff and Ronaldo's right here. And then I'm sitting right next to him, and then Bump is sitting right next to him. So we had that view. Let's go. Let's go. If Ronan had heals for JDW, would have been viable for him to leave the match to drop the heals. I don't know, man. That's one of those, like, ethically, like, is that okay? I'm on the edge of, like, it's okay, but it should be patched. You shouldn't be able to do that. If you leave the game, you shouldn't drop loot. But the escape button shouldn't be a tool to win games. The escape button shouldn't be a mechanic that you can use to win games. That is bullshit. So anyways, but if it's available, you better do it. Better do it. Ziff went off in this game. He loses his teammate and he still makes it like so hard. How many Pringles do I eat at one time? I think, let's see. It's like 2 inches worth of Pringles, you know? 2 inches. 2 inches worth. Is that the right measure, like to measure how many Pringles you eat? It's in inches, right? So Epic wouldn't care if you left? I think they would. But it's in the game, man. It's in the game. Like, it's their fault. And if they don't make clear rules about it, then how could you do it? I'm only 5'4". I can't help if I'm curvy. My sheesh Louise. Jeez Louise. Vinny and Zexro are nuts. Alright, I know you guys probably can't hear what Dr. Lupo just said, but ho ho ho, look at this. 40 players remaining. 40 players remaining. That's because I psychoed on like everybody. I'm just kidding. I psychoed on some people. AKA go Saf and go school. RIP. Saf is a shorty too, yeah. Nah, she's tall. She's like Hamlin's tall. She's the tallest person in our family. Ziff and Ronaldo, I think, are the biggest breakouts from this tournament. Actually, it's not even like, it's not even a question. They are the biggest breakouts of this tournament. Ziff and Ronaldo. Ziff just got signed to Rise, which is pretty cool. Bizzle and Demo, please. This is hilarious. Collusion. Collusion. They're colluding. They left this drop for Ballatw and Snood. They're colluding, dude. They're colluding. How is this not clear collusion? Epic, please ban. Ban. They left the drop for Ballatw and Snood. Ban. Tweefo, by the way. It's interesting how much information and how much you can actually gain from watching these. Like, I was watching my qualifier games because that's what I'm about to make a video on, and I can see myself make plays inside of it that like I wouldn't have noticed if I like wasn't watching it in slow motion. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, my friends. Pretty cool. Oh, low ground feels bad. Ah! So, you know what's interesting is like in these late games and these customs, you can just build one piece and be fine like everywhere. Like you don't actually have to worry about building multiple and structuring your structure very hard or anything like that. You just there's still 40 people up, and that's not even like a lot for this circle in these customs. But that man just built one ramp towards the next zone and he was fine. He already connected like really well. Like he's not worried about it at all. He is not worried about it. Not at all, my friends. Not at all. See, dude, if they didn't collude, if these guys didn't collude with Twitchcon and Snood would not have been high ground. I'm just saying because they rifted to go. They rifted to go. They got it from the crate. I'm almost certain. I'm not certain. I have no idea because we didn't see it, but it's possible. It's possible. Ooh, that was a nice move. Like that build pattern that he had to build up to Ghoul. That was a nice move. Very nice move. Ah! Please, Funk Bomb. Please. How come some games there's the storm bug and some games there's not? Ah, please don't kill me. That's interesting how people like place protection and then jump and place the floor under them. How does he have 1,000 SMG rounds but only 41 AR? That's how aggressive Zexro is. 1,000 SMG rounds, 144 pump, 41 AR. You know this guy was spamming every single person he saw in the game. Every single person. All right, this is where Ronaldo like clutches like hardcore. It's like, all right, I can't save you. Let's move. Vinny goes down. So one of the things, I know we didn't see exactly the thing, but these micro builds, these micro little tactics that people use, where, and I saw, the person I saw was a chat who does this the most, is when you're making these turtles and you want to go up by one, build a stair, build another stair, go up the stair, and then place a floor above and a floor below, and then start your tarp this way. Ziff did that just here, or Ronaldo did that just here, and that's very useful. I think that's something that people need to practice because it's not as intuitive as you think, right? So you're making stairs, you're getting up a level, and you're placing floor above and you're below, and then you start tarping out to the right or the left based on where else you want to go. We're never gonna see this type of stuff happen again. Never. People dying to fall damage is so last patch. Oh, nice shot. So I've been saying this a couple times already in this VOD review and the last one, like spam anybody you can see. You never know when they're just gonna die. You never know their HP because there's like a million different people. Oh, nice googly eye glider. This is the GOAT glider. This is the GOAT glider. I'm just saying. If you don't use this glider, you're scuffed. So, like, look. You guys see how long this guy is fighting this guy. And Zexro just sits there at the top. And then as soon as he decides that the fight is about to end, he goes down. There he is. and it's over because he timed that so perfectly. He realized exactly when this fight was gonna end, or when the 1v1 that he was watching was gonna end, and then he goes down to finish it. As soon as that guy gets the kill, he's down and ready to kill him. Look, watch, see? Boom. He sees the fight's about to end. The fight ends. Another fight happens, and he ends demo right at the perfect time. And he was so surprised he didn't even realize. That's insane. Courage just said the difference in prize money for that duo, for that game alone, could be $50,000 plus, and they already won $50,000 just from winning the game. So I can't wait to be that good, dude. Imagine being that good. Imagine. All right, so dang, I didn't take any notes about this game, huh? You guys have to help me. What was interesting about this game? Zexro perfectly timing the third party at the end of the game with his glide. Staying up until he decides fight is about to end and getting down just as the fight ends. That's critical. What else did I say about this game? Man, I don't even remember. I don't remember at all. Oh. Fault. Nah, fault. That's not a note that's important in terms of like improving your game. I don't know. That's it. Usually my notes start like declining as time goes on. But anyways, boys, that's a wrap for VOD Review. 9:42. I don't remember either. Yeah, we're all drunk on Henny, so it's okay. Spam shots. Yeah. Spam shots. No matter what, you never know when people gonna drop. My typing is terrible. My typing is terrible. Awful. Just awful. Just awful. And then we talked about Bizzle and Twifo collusion. Yep. I'm just kidding about that, by the way, guys. I'm just kidding. Alright, guys. That's a wrap for the VOD review.